So good evening and welcome. And I'd like you to actually unwind on your mat. We're going to start in a reclined position. And I thought since this is a later practice, it's a good idea if we do a little more unwinding. Okay, so let's begin by reclining on our mat. And if you have a strap or something that you can do a hamstring stretch with, we'll be using that shortly. Okay, so gently bring yourself down to the mat in a comfortable reclined position. Just let the arms and legs be just a bit away from the sides of the body and begin by finding the breath. And then deepen the breath and slowly let it go. You know the Ujjayi breath. I'm going to do my best to give you lots of verbal instructions so that you don't have to look at the monitor or screen very often, and that you can just listen to my instructions and keep your attention more inward in your experience. So as you're reclined on the mat here, finding your breath and making it a little bigger inhale and then a slower exhale. And repeating that pattern. And on the exhale, one of the ways to slow it down is by narrowing the throat and the back just a little bit. So it sounds like your Ujjayi breath. And with the exhale, just feel the weight of the body getting a little bit heavier. And the surface that you're resting on supporting you. We're going to take 4 or 5 breaths here. And then as you begin to resume your natural breath, bringing your attention over the heart, and just feeling the breath as if you were breathing from the heart. And I'm going to propose a question to you, asking yourself, how can I let this life be lived fully? How can I let this life be lived fully? We each are given a life. How can we live it fully? And how can we express ourselves freely? Continuing to breathe as you hold that question. Living fully. Expressing freely. Living fully. Expressing freely. And then gently turn your head first to the left. Inhale through the center and exhale, turning it to the right. You certainly can repeat that if you'd like. And raise your hands up towards the sky, making sunshine fingers, spreading the fingers, and then turning them into fists, and then spreading the fingers, and then reach the arms overhead and the toes out long. Long line of energy there, and then bring the left knee in, and then the right knee in. And just draw some circles on your back with your knees. You're drawing circles with your hands, with your knees, and it just rolls and massages the back. And then change direction. And then let your right heel go long as you still hold the left knee in. If you have a strap, now's the time to use it. Otherwise, just walk your hands up the back of your leg. We're going to get a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. So if you have a strap, just slide your foot into the strap. Let the right heel go long and then take the left foot as you extend through the heel and draw it a little bit towards you for a little hamstring stretch there. Let it slide out a little bit to the left. And if you find yourself almost tipping over, the way to work with that is bringing your right arm out in a T as the left leg goes out, so you have a little counterbalance. And then bring that leg across, all the way across to the right with the right hand and the left arm out in a T for balance. Breathing. And then gently bringing that back through center. We'll take that on the other side, either walking your hands up the back of the leg or using the strap. Let the left heel go long and draw the right leg towards you. Let the left arm come out in a T as you put the right foot out a little bit to the right. And then bring the right foot off to the left, switch it into the left hand as the right arm goes out in a T, and you get that stretch on this side. The gaze comes off to the right. Big breath in, and let it go. And then gently coming back to center as you set your strap aside. And we're going to take a bridge. So bring your heels down right behind your glutes. Roll your shoulder blades in just a bit. And bring your attention to that low belly area. And on the exhale, push that small of your back right to the earth. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push it down towards the earth. Engage that core muscles. Inhale, fill. Exhale, push it down and start to roll the hips up. Squeeze the glutes, roll them up, and then maybe it feels okay to roll your shoulder blades under just a little bit. Check in with your knees and draw them a little bit closer together. Breathing here. Keep the glutes engaged and the hips lifted and the chin a little bit turned to the sky. And now on the exhale, slowly let the spine lengthen as you bring the tailbone down towards the heels. And then on the inhale, roll it back up. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, roll it up. Try and get the entire spine to touch the earth, especially that small of the back. Exhale, roll it down. Maybe lift the heels and draw that spine really long and slowly push that small of the back out to the earth. Very good. Draw the knees into the chest again. Drop the knees off to the right or to the left. Push yourself up, coming into a seated posture that's comfortable for you. You may choose to sit on a block like I'm doing, or you may choose to sit with your legs folded in front of you, whatever is comfortable, okay? We're going to take some of those ideas of snow angels or rain fairies now. So we're going to think about the wings. So bring your arms out to the side and inhale. Reach those arms up really tall. Exhale, bring them to the heart. Inhale, sweep it out. Feel your thumbs reaching back as you make these wings so big. And exhale, bring it home. Inhale, sweep it out. Exhale, back to the heart. And now we're going to add the little dress for the fairy or the snow angel. So bringing your thumbs now, roll them back. Exhale them back and feel the shoulder blades come together so you feel that stretch. Inhale, roll them forward. Exhale, roll them back like you're making the bell of the dress. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Feel those shoulder blades. and exhale and back. Now reach your arms out into a T and bring the right hand down to the mat and press on that as you sweep over in a side bend. Feel the ribs on the side here. Just open up with the breath. Exhale, come through the center and drop off onto the other side. Side bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale and exhale to the other side. Coming back to the center now. Just feel the spine being tall and walk both hands off to the right, holding the outside of the knee and the hip or the heel. Make the spine nice and long, and then tip your head away from that right shoulder, lengthening the side of the neck there, and maybe just a tiny nod, stretching the neck. And then raising the head back up tall and gently unwinding and coming over to the other side. Hand on the outside of the knee and the foot or the hip. Long spine. And then drop away from that left shoulder and a little nod. Raise the crown and come back to center. Okay, let's come over onto our hands and knees and begin with a little cat-cow, okay? That always helps us warm up our spine. So your hands and knees are right underneath the shoulders and the hips. Let the spine undulate just a little bit here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to Bidhilasana or cow posture. Exhale, Marjariasana. 2 or 3 times more. And then just let your back settle in table posture. So we want our back nice and flat. Fill it up a little bit with some breath. And extend the right heel long, like an extension of the spine, and the left thumb to the sky. You can stay here. Breathe in. And on the exhale, option to sweep away, but keep the table steady. So if you find that you're getting too far out and the table starts to wobble, then just pull it back into straight, okay? Inhale in the length of the posture. Exhale, sweep off center. Inhale long. Exhale away. Inhale long and bring the left hand down and the ball of the right foot down. We'll take a bit of a calf stretch there. As the ball of the right foot is down, push the heel back, both hands into the mat, and it gives a nice calf stretch. And then we're going to switch sides, cleansing breath. Push the left heel back, right thumb to the sky. Feel the nice flat surface of your table. Inhale here, nice and long. Exhale, sweep off center like an airplane. An awkward one, but an airplane. Inhale long. Exhale away. Long and away. Keep it steady. Long and away. Bring it home. And the left foot comes down to the mat for the calf stretch. And then the knee comes down. Walk the hands one handprint forward, and then let the hips unfold and squeeze the glutes just a little bit to raise the heart. And then we're going to come down chest and chin, untuck the body. We're going to take a cobra. So inhale and feel the heart lift and the back engage, and take 2 or 3 breaths here. And then soften a little bit, tuck your toes, and push up into table. And then we're going to come into down dog. So Lift the knees off the mat and push the tailbone tall to the earth, tall to the sky, and the heels come down to the earth. We'll do a little dance with our knees, letting one after the other cross as the hips sway just a little bit, lengthening out the spine and the side body. Enjoying your down dog for a moment or two. Couple breaths. Then inhale, coming forward. Bring the knees down, the chest and the chin down. Inhale to Cobra. 2 breaths. Activate those back muscles. And then soften. Push it back up to table. This time, we're going to come and walk our hands back towards camel. And we'll dance that camel first. So place your hand on the heel and squeeze the glutes to open the front body into a little bit of back bend. Left hand down, right hand up. And then switching. Right hand on the heel, left hand to the sky. And you can take your gaze either towards the heel or towards the sky, whichever feels better for your neck. Inhale and switch. And switch. Another variation is to take more of a fuller camel. So if you'd like to, put both hands on the heels and squeeze the glutes a little bit to lift into that back bend. Draw the shoulder blades together and the gaze to the sky. So you can do that. Or you can also untuck the feet, another alternative, and then engage in the camel in that position as well. So those are variations that you can take, whichever one is right for you. Then we'll come forward here. Bring our hands onto the mat and everybody tucking their toes. And we're going to press our hands into the mat for a little bit of a sole stretch. We want to stretch the bottoms of the feet. And then walk the hands back. So we're coming into a squat if this is available to you. So just feel your balance here for a moment. Let your spine be tall. Press your hands on the mat and push the hips up. And see how much you can lengthen your backs of your legs. You can definitely put a block under your hands as well. So you get a little bit more height under the hands as you lengthen out the backs of the legs. Then coming to a halfway lift. So bring the hands onto the shin bones, press into them and draw the shoulder blades down as you lengthen through the crown. Exhale and soften the knees, soften the body towards the thighs. Inhale, come to that halfway lift again. Staying in halfway lift, draw those shoulder blades down the back towards the hip bones. Big breath in, exhale, scoop the navel in. Big breath in, scoop the navel in. Exhale, soften. Inhale, sweep the arms back, squeeze the bottom, reach the arms up, and release. Okay, we've made it into our standing positions, and we're going to go for a little flow. So I do have a chair here, and I don't know that anybody's using a chair that's on tonight, but I do want to always make that available to people as an idea that you can use a chair to help stabilize you in many of those balancing or postures where you have it just helps to hold on to a chair for just a little additional balance, and then you can engage the muscles a little bit more. So we're going to take a balance pose, and if you'd like to use a chair, you feel free to do that, okay? I'm going to try to challenge myself to not use it, but it's always nice if it's there. Okay, so we're going to take dancer. So bring your feet into your mountain. Feel the weight landing first in both heels. And then we're going to bring all the weight to the right foot. Sweep the left knee up. Bring the hand to the ankle. Draw it back. See if you can hold it with both hands so you can push that left knee down towards the earth. Breathing there, lengthening out the front of the quad. And then bring that right arm forward and the left heel back and hold a focus point and breathe. 2 or 3 breaths. And releasing, bringing that foot gently back to the earth. Cleansing breath. And then we're going to take it on the other side. Bringing your right knee up, sliding it down to the ankle, bringing that foot behind you and letting the knee drop down, the quad getting stretched as you're squeezing the glute there on the right. And then draw that right foot back as the left arm comes forward, holding a drishti or focus point and breathing. And releasing. Now, if we fall out of our balance posture at any point in time, remember, we just take a deep breath and come back in and try again. All right, now let's move on to some flow. And again, you're welcome to use the chair for flow too. We're going to start in a C series or a Sun Salutation C Series. So coming to the top of your mat in a mountain posture, feet are parallel to the long edge of the mat, and a nice cleansing breath here. And we're going to have a little bit of energy towards our snow angel again. So just bringing the hands out in front of you and sweep the thumbs back like the bell of the dress. Inhale them forward, exhale the thumbs back. Draw the shoulder blades together, 2 or 3 of those little movements. And then bring the arms alongside your body, scoop the arms up, feel them reach for the sky. Exhale, bring them to the heart. Feel that range of motion in the shoulders, scoop them up, making the wings of the snow angel. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, scoop it up. This time we'll plunge all the way down to the earth. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Step back on the right, bringing the knee down. 2 lanes of traffic, a low lunge. Drop the hips towards that forward heel. Then we're going to take a little range of motion here with the arms, so reaching the arms up, and then let the pinkies guide you back in a big full circle. When they get to the bottom of the circle, scoop up for those angel wings and exhale home. Once more, scoop the arms up, pinkies back at the bottom, scoop them out, big wings, exhale home. Bring the hands down to the mat, step the left foot back to meet the right. Coming to your plank posture, then bring down your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Cobra. And exhale to down dog. Take a breath or 2 in down dog. Raise the right heel. Bend the right knee. Stack the hips a moment. And then gently bring the right knee forward, right behind the right wrist. And I like to take a pigeon here by bringing that shin as close to parallel with the front edge of the mat for a good stretch in the outer right hip. 2 or 3 breaths here. Just trying to let go with the stretch. So there should not be any pain. This should be a juicy stretch. So you listen to your own body. Of course, that's the key in yoga, right? So just checking in with your own experience and taking it where it feels good and backing away from any pain. And then when you're ready, plant your hands down, tuck the back toe, and push that right foot back up to the sky and shake it out a little bit. And and bring it back down to the mat. Float forward into your plank. Bring the left knee down and the right foot comes forward for that low lunge. Raise both arms up and let the hips sink. Sweep the arms back in that full circle till they come to the bottom. Scoop them out to the side, big wings. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale out to the side. Exhale, bring them home. Plant the hands to frame that foot. Tuck the back toes. Exhale, step to forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the arms. Welcome home. Beautiful. Little empty coat sleeves, and then we'll take that on the other side. So finding your mountain again, inhale. Let's bring the arms, actually we'll start with our belt. So just feeling the breath here. Inhale as you bring the arms forward. Exhale as the thumbs come back towards the sides of you. Inhale forward, exhale back. Giving our arms a lot of workout today, aren't we? Shoulder blades together. Then scoop the arms up on the side, reach them tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, scoop a lot up, big wings. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale out. Exhale, plunge all the way forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold and step back, this time on the left. Arms reach up, hips lower just a bit. Exhale, bring the pinkies back in that full circle. When your hands get to the bottom, scoop them out to the side. Big wings, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, scoop them up. Exhale, pinkies back. Inhale out to the side. Exhale, hands to heart. Frame the foot and step the right foot back to meet the left. Coming to your plank posture, drop your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, lift the heart, Cobra. 2 breaths. Push the hips up, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Raise the left foot. Bend the knees and stack the hips. And then take your time, but bring that left knee forward for a pigeon on this side. And I definitely have different range of motion on one side than the other, and that's okay. We honor the body that we're in. Taking that pigeon stretch here. Breathing with it. 2 or 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, frame the hands out again and push that left foot back up to the sky. Shake it out a little bit. Bring it down next to the right. Float forward and plank. Bring the right knee down. Step the left foot forward. Low lunge. Arms reach up. Exhale the pinkies back. Let the heart lift. Inhale the arms out to the side. Hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale the pinkies back. Inhale the arms to the side. Exhale, let the hands come to the heart. Bring the hands to frame the foot, tuck the back toes. Exhale and come to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squeeze the glutes and lift. And release, empty coat sleeves. Beautiful. Yes, letting go of a little bit of tension. Now we'll come into a B series. Sun Salutation B. So finding again your mountain, and you may remember B, the B series always starts in a chair. So we'll have ourselves feel the weight landing in our heels. Slowly let the hips come down, but keep the heart up. And let the weight really land in that big bone of the heels rather than the feet, rather than the balls of the feet. Push the heels away from each other just a little bit. And we'll begin with our dress here of the snow angel. And let the shoulder blades come together as you exhale, the thumbs back. Inhale and forward. Exhale back. Forward and back. Now scoop it up. Get that beautiful wings. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, scoop it up. Hands to heart. Scoop it up. Exhale, plunge forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel the spine get long. Exhale, fold and step out for your plank. Both feet go back. And then taking your flow here or skipping, we'll all meet in down dog. So knees, chest, chin, or people may enjoy chaturanga and up dog. And we all meet in down dog. Inhale the right foot high. Exhale, bring that foot forward between the hands for a runner's lunge. 2 lanes of traffic. Push the feet away from each other until the hands lift. And then come on up into your crescent lunge, back heel high. Take a breath or two in crescent. Then drop the back heel. Option for temple fingers. Hold a steady focus so that you really feel the body settling here. Breathing. 2 breaths in, warrior 1. Release the hands to the hips. We're going to be moving into extended side angle. So turn the back toes off to 9 o'clock and heel toe over the front foot so that the heel intersects the heel or the arch. Bring the elbow down to the knee and sweep that arm up over the ear. Now we're going to go back to our snow angel and draw the wing. Bring it all the way down to the hip. Inhale it open, fill the ribs. Exhale it over. Keep pushing the feet apart. Inhale and exhale. Engage the core so you feel those muscles in the core as you're breathing. And exhale, include the pelvic floor. 1 more. And this time sweep up, warrior 2. Feel yourself settle in that warrior 2. Shoulders away from the ears. And then windmill the back arm forward. Bring the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And we'll take or skip your flow. We'll all meet in down dog. I'm going to switch sides, but you stay right where you are. From down dog, inhale the left foot now and bring it forward between the hands. So you're in that runner's lunge position, 2 lanes of traffic. Push the feet away from each other till the hands start to lift off the mat. And rise for your crescent lunge. Breathing, 2 or 3 breaths here. Hold a focus point. Drop the back heel, warrior 1, 2 or 3 breaths. Bring the hands to the hips and then bring the toes on the back to a 3 o'clock. Heel toe the front toe over till it intersects because we're coming to that extended side angle. Bring the elbow to the knee. Feel the feet press away. And now sweep that arm over the ear like a big wing here. Exhale the hand to the thigh. Inhale it up. On the exhales, begin to engage the core and the pelvic floor. Inhale, open. Exhale. Keep the feet pressing apart. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Those big breaths feel so good. Inhale. On the exhale, sweep up. Warrior two. Feel the hands reaching to infinity. The shoulders softening away from the ears. Breathing. Take the back arm and windmill it forward. Frame the foot and step the left foot back to meet the right. And then skipping or taking your flow, we'll all meet in down dog. Step the feet about 1 footprint forward and bring the toes over the edge of the mat. Then bring the knees down to the mat and bring the toes together for a wide-kneed child's pose, and drop the hips onto the heels. Walk the fingers forward. Slowly walk the hands back. Tuck your toes and come up into a squat with the knees apart. We're going to be a little jack in the box. So from this position, push into the heels and pop up like a splashing fountain and release. Okay, now let's come to the long edge of your mat, standing on one side, and just step about one stride or one leg length apart. And the heels are a little bit further apart than the toes. Place your right hand on the right hip and sweep the left hand over. We're using that big wing experience again here. Make that wing 3 times. And then plant the left hand on the left hip and make the wing on the right. Bringing both hands to the sides of the hips and then interlace them behind the sacrum. As you draw the shoulder blades together, lift through the heart, broaden across the collarbones, and squeeze the glutes. My gaze just naturally wants to raise up during that. Okay, slide your hands down the outside of the thighs, little softness in the knees. Keep the spine long as you're coming down. Bring both hands over to the right foot and bring both hands kind of in line with the right foot, and then push the left hip away from both hands, lengthening the inner thigh on the right. Now we're going to walk the bell of the dress. So walk the arms way out away from the hips as you come in a semicircle over to the other foot, and line both hands up with the left foot. And then draw that right hip away, lengthening the inner thigh on the left. Once again, walk over to the other foot. Repeat that stretch. And walking the bell of the dress again. As you're moving the hands and breathing. And then gently bring the hands towards the center, right underneath the gaze. Heel toe the feet to a 3/4 stride. Toes out, heels in. And let the hips lower and come on up into our goddess squat. But this time we're going to build some pine trees. So push branches off to the left and off to the right. Off to the left, growing some branches on our pine trees. Back and forth with the breath, and slowly pushing into the heels as we're growing our tree higher and higher until we get to standing, and then we can bring the pine tree top on our pine tree, and exhale, let the snow fall as we come all the way back down to the earth. Get the hips as low as we can, and then grow those branches off to the side. And again, keep pushing through the heels as you're coming up. Branch by branch by branch. Pushing and lifting, lifting, lifting till you're tall, and making your pine tree. And release. Then let's come on down to our mat. I'm going to take a little bit of core work and then unwind a bit before our final resting pose, Savasana, which we love so much. Okay, so let's unwind ourselves onto the mat. We're going to take a low boat. So let your body come completely flat onto the mat, and then make your fingers into sunshine and reach the heart and the fingers towards the heels. Squeeze the glutes and float the heels if you can, and breathe. Take a rest anytime you need to, and engage again. And releasing, walk the heels up towards the glutes. And recalling our bridge from the beginning of practice, roll yourself up into your bridge. Resting in bridge for 2 or 3 breaths. Push the feet into your sticky mat and your shoulders in. Knees together. And then unwind the spine. And we'll take one more low boat. Heels out. Sunshine fingers lift through the heart. Reach the fingers towards the feet. Squeeze the glutes, float the heels, and breathe. And release. Walk the heels back up. We'll roll up into our bridge. Resting in the bridge for 2 or 3 breaths. And gently unwinding the spine. Bring the knees in towards the chest, slide the hands onto the shins, and let the elbows come out wide, and let the knees fall apart as you begin to rock left and right, letting your elbows catch you. Just letting the back be released against the earth. If you have a block, we're going to come into Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall. Lovely restorative posture. Just drop your heels behind your glutes again. Take your block and just slide it right underneath the sacrum. Roll the shoulders under just a bit. Bring your knees in towards the chest. And when you're ready, let the heels come up towards the sky. You can just let them float there, or you can kind of push through the heels or the toes, whatever feels good to you. So much of yoga is about listening to the body. We learn to listen and care for this experience. How can I live this life fully and express it freely? Letting the heels drift apart with an inner thigh stretch if that feels okay. Breathing, unwinding. And with the next exhale, letting the heels come back together. And the knees towards the chest. And the heels towards the earth. Letting the knees fall apart, the soles of the feet come together. And the Supta Badakanasana, or floating goddess. Arms in cactus. Just rock the hips side to side on the block. So you're letting the inner thighs stretch a bit with the knees towards the corners of the room. Breathing and letting go. How can I live this life fully? How can I express this life freely? Living fully, expressing freely. Gently slide the hands down the outside of the thighs as you bring the knees back together. Place a little weight in the heels so you can bridge up and take the block out from underneath you. We'll take a long spinal twist here. So let the left heel go long as you bring the right knee in to the left hand. The right arm will come out in a T. And then just gently bring that right knee across the body, the gaze going out to the right, the knee going off to the left. Breathing and letting go, especially in the shoulder on the right. Slide the hand underneath the right knee and bring yourself back through center, letting the right knee go long as the left knee comes up into the right hand. Draw that left knee across the body, maybe even extending the foot as you extend the hand, the left hand out to the left. Long spinal twist. Nice breath in and letting go. And gently bringing yourself back to center and begin to prepare yourself for Savasana, our final resting posture. Unwind the body onto the mat, the earth, letting the arms and legs be a little away from the center of the body. Begin to feel the weight of the body grow heavy and the support of the earth rising up to meet you. Let the breath become a little bit deeper, a little fuller, and the exhales a little longer. And with the exhales, really letting go, softening across the brow and the eyes, unhinging the jaw, and letting the throat fill the neck. The shoulders softening down towards the earth, away from the ears. Let the next exhale just wash through you, releasing tension. And bringing the attention over the heart, watching the breath, breath by breath, living fully, expressing freely. and beginning to deepen your breath just a bit. Perhaps bringing the hands to the heart and re-entertaining that question. How can I let this life that resides in me live fully and express freely? Taking a stretch or drawing the knees towards the chest, any movement that's right for you, as you gently wake the body again. Living fully and freely. And when you're ready, join me in a seated posture to close our practice time together. Bringing the hands to the heart. Thank you for joining me this evening for this gentle yoga practice. May we continue to know the blessing of moving the body, to live fully and freely. May you have a beautiful week. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining me this evening. So glad you did.